Good evening, everyone. You know, there are few things as dangerous as giving a historian a microphone and a captive audience, but I'm going to try to do something out of character. I want to be brief tonight. First, let me thank the ambassador. What I find so fascinating listening today is the power of the ambassador at lunch. Because I, too, went to lunch, and next thing I know, I'm saying yes. So there's something very powerful. So when you're invited to come to lunch, just say yes right up front. In some ways, as the director of the Smithsonian's newest national museum, these are unbelievably heady times for us. In fact, a week from today, we break ground on the National Mall next to the Washington Monument. And as you can imagine, there are a million things on my plate, but I would be here tonight because this is a special night for us all. I am touched that this is a night that honors Black History Month, that honors a museum whose job it is to help all of Americans remember stories that are often left out of our history books. And we are pleased to be here, and I want to thank the ambassador. And I also want to thank Coca-Cola, not just because they're a sponsor of this important night, but they're also one of the founding donors of the National Museum of African American History and Culture. So thank you very much. And I also want to acknowledge our members of Congress who have supported this museum for many years. So thank you for your continued support for the Smithsonian. It means a lot to us. But I'm especially honored and humbled to be here tonight because of the importance of the Turkish Embassy in my own life. In 1970, I was a college freshman at Howard University. And if you remember, well, I'm getting old, but many of us may remember Washington was a very different city in 1970, and that there were parts of this city where a young African-American male wasn't supposed to go. And I remember sitting down the first week of class at an orientation session, and somebody said, listen, you're going to experience things in this city that may be dangerous, so you've got to think about how do you take care of yourself. And the one thing they said that I'll never forget, they said that if you're ever in the DuPont Circle area and something happens, you feel threatened, make your way to the Turkish Embassy. Now, I was lucky. In those days, I was fast, so I ran other directions. But in many ways, what I was pleased about is that when I first came into this building and both saw the beauty of it, but remembered for the first time that the Turkish Embassy was always considered a safe haven. What's wonderful is that now it is still a safe haven, but it's a safe haven for those that love jazz as well. So in many ways, I am very honored to be here because this is a place that once meant a lot and continues to mean a lot to this city. And I thank the ambassador for carrying on that tradition. Thank you.